Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Today we're looking at JoyToy level 9 Frontline Chaos. This is their new 1/12 scale action figure. This is Hana and it says maid there. We've had Lynn and Lai already. I think that's Lynn and Lai. And now I've got Hana. This is the third and all girls so far, all women so far. We have seen Deer, the guy who's been... been previewed, so I'm looking forward to when he comes out too. She looks really cool. This one, like in the maid assassin, she's got like a sword there. I think she comes with guns if I remember rightly. Maybe a big sword too. Haven't even opened up the cellophane yet or anything. Let's have a quick look inside and then we'll get into the proper review in a moment. Very easy to take off the tape, I'm pleased to say. These boxes are really nice, and this level 9 stuff is really top end, soft goods and everything. Doing, let's do that and things fly out straight away. Okay, so she has a number of things. It looks like she comes with 4 different hands, of which I've got 3 there, and one went somewhere I've no idea where. Oh, there it is. 4 different hands. Comes with, is that a sword? Yep. Comes with a nice sword we can sort of see here. Black bladed sword. Very, very nice fit in there as well. Look at that. Beautiful. Another one, the same. Got a bit of an edge, silver edge on that one. Did it other one have a silver edge? I don't remember seeing a silver edge in the first one. Let me look again. Oh, it has. It has. Just didn't see it. So 2 swords. She comes with a knife. She comes with another knife, but it is no gun. It's just the knives. Very, very nice looking stuff, I have to say. And then Hana herself. Make sure there's nothing else underneath the foam. No. So Hana herself looks like this. Very, very nice looking. And she has this strapping which you could attach things to. I see going around to there. Heeled shoes, which is going to be really interesting for posing, how she's going to balance or not balance. So that'll be interesting to look at. Okay, let me just set her up and I'll be back in an instant. If you like this sort of content, please consider joining the Patreon. There's a link in the top right of your screen now. There's also a link in the video description, and also in the video description there are links to 3 recommended sellers who offer discounts, cheap prices, points, international shipping and so forth. So please do click on one of those links or all those links and check out what they got, because you can snag yourself a good bargain. Okay, back in an instant. Okay, here she is, and despite having these ridiculous heels on, she can actually pose really quite well. That is quite an extreme pose, which you can't really work out too much because her sort of skirt is covering her legs, but that's a really good pose and the balance is pretty damn cool. So look at her hands again. So she comes with matching, are they matching? Or not quite matching? Yeah, matching opposing semi-open hands, not really for guns. I was mistaken about the guns. She could hold a gun, I guess, but not really a trigger hand there. And then she comes with matching opposing fists as well. 2 swords, 2 knives. The swords, they look great, but really they're not really designed for her hands. Her hands need to be slightly tighter gripped, or the sword handle slightly wider, I feel, because it can be a little bit loose in there. She does look good. So if you look at the pose I'm doing here, she's got this leg bent forwards, is going backwards, and then balancing there. Now, one thing, she doesn't wear underwear, so just be warned. So you can attach the scabbards into the loops on the strapping, which I've done there. It's not the most glamorous looking, but it does work. The little scabbards or the sheaths, the knives just clip over. I've clipped one on the back, which can't really be seen, and one on the front, which can be seen. Details. I feel, I don't know, the face feels less detailed, or not quite as good as the previous 2 releases, in my opinion. My least favourite of the faces so far. But there's a lot of work gone into that clothing, and there's a lot of stitching work involved in making that. You've got the buttons, and you can take all the clothing off. I wish they came with barefoot, you know, not alternative feet, bare feet or something like that. These shoes, while looking pretty cool, for some, I mean, they're quite sturdy with metal on them. It looks like, well, it's not metal in the toy, but painted metal. Quite sturdy, great for kicking, and not so great for posing. But she does look pretty cool. And of course you can take off whatever clothes you want, have her just in the black if you wanted. You could also almost make a nun out of it if you wanted to. This part of the head is fixed, which is a shame, I think. It'd be better that was something you could take off. Very easy to stand up, despite having those heels. She does look good. So the sword handle, particularly in her other hand, her left hand, was really quite loose. So that's my only major concern. Right hand is a little bit loose, but she can hold it okay. And the knives are okay as well. But she is a good looking figure. But again, the face to me, I don't know what it is. Maybe the eyes are too anime big. I mean, they're a little bit big on the other two. Is it Rin and Lin? Or Lin, I think. But I think hers are perhaps the makeup effect in the eyes is perhaps just a touch too big for my liking. Well, we know articulation is going to be fantastic, so I'll go for that in a moment, and I'll compare her with the other two. So I will take the sword out here, yep, and the knife out here, and I'll put those back in their sheath and scabbard. So knife in the top here. I would have personally preferred a slightly different system for the sword and the knife to attach, but this does give you more flexibility in how you do stuff. So let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so bear in mind she's tooled up, so articulation may suffer, but that's, you know, my fault, not hers. Left and right, up and down, side to side. Arms can go all the way around, but you're going to start twisting on the clothes. So you need to untwist that. That's pretty good. To the side, fantastic, considering she's wearing clothes too. Bicep, really, really good. If you get the open hands on there, she could rest her head in her hands probably. So really good on the bicep. There is a bicep swivel too. Hands have a joint. You need to line the joint up for whichever direction you want it to bend before you bend it. I'd much prefer if they had the double barbell system like they got of the 40k figures. For me, that's my favourite for wrist articulation. Trunk, there is movement, but the clothes get in the way. Waist, there is movement again, but the clothes do get in the way, but at least it's got movement in there. Thighs, she can do some pretty nice kicks. If she could balance with that shoe, she might be able to. Be quite difficult, I would imagine, with all the gear on, but you could make a balance and kick, which would look pretty cool. There is a no thigh twist, but it swivels from the hip. Kneecap, very, very tight, since she's wearing clothes that impede the movement as well. And then feet, there is a boot turn. There is a small swivel, but the shoes do get in the way of that. And there is a small tippy toe and a not bad dorsiflexation. So she's pretty good on the articulation wise, considering the impediments that she has. She's a nice looking thing, a nice addition to the line, but my least favourite of the three so far. My favourite is still the first one. She looks great. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly set Hana up again, get the other two, set them up, and we'll have a little comparison, have a little look. In fact, let me measure her first, just to get an idea. Get my tape measure here, make sure you guys can see. And she is 15.5, 16 cm, around that sort of height altogether. Oh, and just whacked her there. If I compare her to a Marvel Legends, so this is the Death Dealer from Sanchi, keeping my desk just for doing comparisons. Scale's okay. She does scale pretty well. Bear in mind she hasn't got heels on, so she'll be a little bit shorter again, but she does scale pretty well with him. Okay, let me set up an action pose, get the other two, set them up with her, and we'll get a look in an instant. So back in a moment. And here they are. Level 9's Angels, Charlie's Angels. they do look pretty good, these Final Frontier figures. I've got to say, they are premium figures, more akin to action dolls to action figures because the soft goods are, I would have said, but don't let that name put you off. They are very, very well done. Very, very cool. So in order of preference, this one is my favourite. Is that Rin, I think? Or was it Lai? I can't remember which one. Then it will be this one, and then it will be Hana. But Hana is still very, very cool. Looks a bit smaller there because I've obviously got her legs bent and splayed a little bit, but she does pose well. Very good for doing dios, these figures. Very good articulation, great accessories. The paint apps on the face are nice, and those soft goods just really make them look premium. Fantastic figures, great stuff. I do like these guys a lot. Good to have in your collection. Fantastic shelf presence. Very, very cool. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys signing out, saying please like, share, subscribe. Again, consider joining the Patreon. You can try for a month if you want to. There's a link in the video description below. And please smash the notification bell icon for this channel so you don't miss a video as soon as it's published. And I'll see you in the next one. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye-bye.